that's nice. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Shout out 200.
Let's go.
That, and I was tired of my dad texting me and calling me, telling me to get the shoes off the door. So no shoes on the door, and hung up some stuff.
Good stuff too. There's one from every big tournament, right?
Yeah, the 3 majors I've worked. I'm trying to get to the 4th. Here's my goal. It's maybe they can do this on DraftKings. Does J-Vi get to his 4th major before Rory wins his 4th major?
That's a good one. That's a good bet there. Ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 200. Thanks to everybody for following along. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to the haters too, of which there are many, that tell us why do they shouldn't sell podcast stuff to everybody. I don't want to listen to 4 dudes in their basements. Well, we've seen them all. We've heard it all. We don't care. We do this because it's fun to get on here and do exactly what we're about to do, which is not be mean to our Vikings fan, Dylon. We're gonna be very easy on him. We don't have any cool slides or anything to rub it in. Nothing. He's been on here for months.
I'm only doing the show. Well, 2 reasons. Well, first of all, it's the 200th episode. Second of all, because in the group thread you talked about that you were going to be emotionally supportive and consoling and commiserate, and there was not going to be any hate because you wanted to make sure that I was okay.
Yeah, obviously.
Yep.
We would never do that. And to kick it off, to show you that we're here to have some fun, I just wanted to do something real cool. Don't worry about it. Let's just all have a good laugh right here. Got a guy, got a little Miller Genuine Draft, Miller High Life there. Little tape measure, pull the bottle cap off. We're all laughing here.
I saw that. I sent it to Edge, and I told him to step his game up.
No threat here, right? Just a little fun video for all of us, right? That's it.
I knew you were going to try and cheer me up.
Yeah, see? We're all just having fun here. There's nothing else that we could put on. Well, we do have some slides later, but before we get into all that, it is January 15th, 2025. It is National Bagel Day. 75% like their bagels. 75% of people like their bagels toasted. So where do we fall? Are we toasty bagels or not toasty bagels?
You got to toast it. Who eats it's like eating just a regular piece of bread. Like, you got to toast it.
I think a bagel's too dense to just be eaten plain, in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
I'm a toasted peanut butter and jelly bagel guy.
Are you an everything bagel guy?
No. It's normally plain, or not the cinnamon raisin, but just the regular, like, cinnamon swirl.
I guess, man, this might have been 2021 or maybe it was 2020 when the Bills went deep on their run. Every Sunday, I'm sure y'all do too, but you have like your special little things that you do because your team's playing. Well, during that year, the thing I did was I went and got a bagel from our local bagel shop where I live, because you could walk there every Sunday morning. And like most of the times I went, it was me and Muggsy Bogues in there. But he had like a different name that they called out for him every time, because I guess he called his order in. They didn't want to know it was him coming. But that's what I got an everything bagel, ham, egg, cheese. That was the go-to. Bill made a deep run too, so maybe I need to bring that back next year.
Everything bagels are the GOAT, by the way. Let's not get it twisted here. Oh, there you go. Brandon says you have to toast the bagel. Of course.
Yes.
Okay, it's episode 200, National Bagel Day. We've got 8 teams left, guys. We've got 4 days without football. Monday night was the last game, and then we're used to having at least a game that we could look forward to tomorrow or Friday, but Saturday even it's still 4:30. So, I mean, this is sad. Like, this is a long time here.
It's golf season now.
Here's the thing. You four can battle it out in golf all you want. I still will not play until football's over, but I'm still winning the overall contest, even with you jack wagons playing golf and me not.
You're talking about the because you have I don't know. Butch stopped. I don't know. He stopped putting up the contest. I think did he surrender? That's what he does. He'll do something. He'll do something crazy.
The white flag. He's waving the white flag.
Okay. On the show, divisional headlines, previews, predictions. We've got our other headlines segment that's back. Totally coincidental that that's back. Not that we have Dylon on, Vikings fan or anything. We got hot takes to get to. We got DFS bets. We've got a little college football note. So it's mainly going to be divisional rounds, and we're going to recap these headlines. So I'm going to bring Dylon. Can you just before we do this, I'm going to pull the screen up while you're. It's your floor. You two are the playoff guys right now. J-Vi, I guess your shoulders are broad right now because you have to poke your chest out for the Bills, but. Dylon.
Well, not only for the Bills, I have to poke my chest out for us. I'm the only one still standing here.
I mean, we're standing on Twitter. We keep yelling at RG3, and he keeps firing back. So,
hey,
come on the show, RG3, if you want to debate. So, but Dylon, please, the floor is yours. You had the Vikings in the playoffs for the first time in a long time. It was so close. And please tell us how you're feeling right now.
Well, after some intense therapy, heavy dosage of Zoloft and Strattera, I was able to come out of the house today. The sun was shining, but I was still living in a world of darkness like Charlie from It's Always Sunny. I feel like that's been my theme here. But then I remembered, hey, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And because of the circumstances that happened over the past 2 weeks, I feel confident that we are not going to be trading away J.J. McCarthy, and we also will not be paying Sam Darnold. So I've been saying this whole time that the NFL season 2025 was going to be our year. I still stand firm behind that next year is our year. That's what I've been telling you guys. I knew that this year was going to be, a struggle. We were going to have to overcome some odds. I mean, we definitely overachieved on the expectations. I got a Super Bowl suit, a nice purple 3-piece suit from my father for Christmas.
How happy was he? How sad is he now?
Well, I can tell you that 5 years ago, he started a Super Bowl account where he's been putting money in for me and my brother and our wives all to go to the Super Bowl. And I just like to think that he's just accruing more interest with that account now.
Yeah.
So it is
a good
growing.
thing. It's a good financial move that they didn't make it this year.
Yeah. Well, it probably would have been better being in New Orleans. So the flight would have been cheaper, or I could have drove. But luckily the 3-piece Super Bowl suit has an elastic waistband. So if I gain some weight, I can always wear it next year. Or it can just stay in that bag indefinitely until it happens. Interesting fact, though,
that the Vikings only have 3 draft picks this year.
It's not important. Don't need it.
Oh,
they're losing like their whole defense too.
Yeah, not
probably their defensive coordinator too.
Top 3 DBs.
Now, I think that we'll.
I thought we were just guessing what the fact was going to be. Sorry, we weren't trying to be mean.
Oh no. So for the listeners, myself, my father, and my brother are. We have 0 piercings and 0 tattoos. When I was 16 years old, my mother decided that it would probably be a safe bet that she said, if you will wait till the Vikings win the Super Bowl, I will not give you any crap about any tattoo or decision that you make to do anything to your body. So I thought that was pretty safe. So I was really hoping that this would be the year that me, my dad, and my brother all get matching tattoos in the French Quarter of New Orleans. And that dream has now subsided.
That would have been so cool.
Yep. Additionally, while y'all continue talking, I'm going to have to mute the mic because 7 weeks ago I started this sweet Abe Lincoln playoff beard when I knew that we had solidified our chances. But as a metaphor of what we're going through right now.
Oh, no.
This bucket represents my hopes and dreams for this season. And inside this bucket is my freshly charged wall trimmer.
Shout out Manscaped. You could sponsor this segment, but you won't, you cowards.
Yeah, Manscaped, we would love for you to sponsor it. But I'm going to mute it so you don't hear all this, but just watch as the hairs fall into the bucket along with my tears and dreams.
Well, while he was telling us, he made the first prediction for next year.
Yes.
And I wrote it down on sticky note. It says episode 200, January 15th, 2025. Dylon said Vikings win the Super Bowl.
No.
That's what he said. I got it right here. And I'm going to start putting these up. I'm going to keep them somewhere.
Yes.
So we know when our hot takes get taken like they have this week when we said it.
Yes, which we go into your comments, big cat. Who was it? RG3, all of you, Ryan Clark. Yep. We go into your comments and we have the tape. So you can't come at us. We have the tape. So
and also, I have to tell Dylon this because there was a movie made a while back called Second String. And it's about, this guy takes over the team. He has this dream. He's not very good, but, he has the heart to win. Well, that guy in the movie, Second String, plays for the Buffalo Bills. Oh. And the Bills win the Super Bowl in that movie, and they beat the Vikings in the Super Bowl. So I was hoping that movie could come true to life this year. But the Vikings didn't hold up their end of the bargain.
Oh, look, he's stopping. Now he wants to say something. Look at here you go.
I'm not going to lie. I was really hoping it was going to be the Bills and the Vikings in the Super Bowl so that one of us would be able to actually say we finally won one. But I am putting all my support towards Buffalo so that you can get you one, J-Bye, secretly because I just want to maintain the fact that we are the oldest NFL franchise, along with any other major sport, to have never won a championship.
The last time any Minnesota team was in the champion, like any type of championship,
1991.
Yes.
Yeah, I know exactly when it is. Shut up.
You know what they should do? The Vikings should trade for Mike Tomlin because he's never had a losing season, and that would give you your best chance because you'll be in the playoffs every year. Trade KOC, Sam Darnold to the Steelers for Mike Tomlin. Never had a losing season.
Is KOC, though, the offensive version of Mike Tomlin? They do the same thing. Like, they're good, and then they lose at the end of the year.
I think that Sean McVay just has – I think he's secretly intimidated of Sean McVay. Like, he doesn't want to beat him. He's like his daddy or something.
It's just like whenever Sean McVay plays Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, but McVay beats Shanahan now. He's beat him the last 3 times they've played.
Okay, so he's 3-8 against Shanahan. Congratulations.
Hey,
okay,
little brother wins.
Great, 3-8.
You know what happens? You know what happens when the littlest sibling starts to beat up the other siblings? The fights stop. Stop the damn match.
Stop the damn. Oh God, he got a God.
He's got a chair.
Stop the damn match. My God. Okay.
That's what the offensive linemen were saying to the Rams.
That's right. Oh my gosh, dude, that was terrible. I went down on a deep dive about all that stuff. Sam Darnold had 4.8 seconds to throw the football. Dylon shaving his beard.
I was listening to my sports talk radio guys on WGR Buffalo, and they were asking the question. I thought it was a good question, so I give them credit for coming up with the idea. But are sacks the new interceptions? Because interceptions were at an all-time low this year, like the lowest they've been since 2001 or something crazy.
Oh shit! There's probably because people were running the ball more.
But people took more sacks. So were sacks the new interceptions?
I got a sack stat for you.
Okay.
Sam Darnold threw for 245 yards. You know what the total amount of passes the Vikings ended the game with? 164.
Because of sacks. 80 yards. That's more yards than y'all had rushing.
Dominic's here.
What's so sad is if you look at the stats in the game, their highest receiver was Tyler Higbee that had 58 yards. We kept Puka under 50. We kept Cooper under 50. We kept Kyron Williams to 76 yards. And we still got beat by 17 points.
Yeah.
We kept them under 300 total yards.
You're playing the Rams, dude, where Stafford gets all the credit but does none of the work. Right? People are talking, like, I'm sure you're sick and tired of hearing Sam, or Matt Stafford. He's just, when he's dialed in like this and you're watching the game and it's like, dude, he did nothing. He was like 7 for 7 to start the game. And then after that, he threw for like 200 yards. So.
Must be hard playing in a conference where all the quarterbacks stink.
Who?
The NFC.
You want to put up the NFC West QBs versus the AFC East QBs?
I didn't say that.
I said
all the quarterbacks stink. All the best quarterbacks are in the AFC.
Okay. Y'all keep riding Pat Mahomes' coattails and being like the AFC has his best quarterback.
Dude, the two guys MVP finalists.
Brock Purdy was top 4 last year.
Here we go. Last year.
What do you want me to do?
Every time last year.
Was Josh Allen top 5 last year? No.
MVP?
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
No,
he was
wasn't.
number 5.
Okay. All right.
Top 5. He's number 5.
So the guy at work who came in bragging about Sam Darnold, he looked good. I'm like, no, he didn't. He did exactly what I said he was going to do. Texas here.
No, nobody can say that Sam Darnold looked good. To your point, there is no way that you can hold on to the ball that long. It's like quick slants, quick outs, quick ends. He would just look them off. He was so afraid, I think, to risk throwing a pick that he just thought, I'm going to hold on to it. And I was hearing people like, man, y'all's O-line sucks. Y'all need to work on the O-line. It's like, you give the quarterback almost 5 seconds to throw the ball. You give any quarterback in the NFL 5 seconds to throw the ball, they should not be taking 9 sacks.
He averaged 4.8 seconds per drop.
Yeah.
Hear me out. I'm going to defend Sam Darnold.
And he was also throwing behind his receivers most of the game.
Okay, I can't defend that.
Hey, Tex, welcome.
But we didn't
Tex,
really
I thought
see
you were
a lot of
supposed to be my emotional stronghold.
He already shaved his beard too.
Yeah, you missed
No,
some
I only got half of it, and then y'all kept talking. I had to interject. But I think I got it pretty even. None on this side and most on this side.
Yeah, you might want to touch that up in the morning.
Yeah. It's dark. I got to get up at 4:30. It'll be all right.
No, but I'm going to defend Sam Darnold a little bit too, just because I'm a kicker, and the kickers take all the blame if there's a missed field goal when it could have been, the snap was off, the holder held the ball down too much, didn't spin the laces, whatever. Tons of things that could have gone wrong. But I didn't see an end zone view of those sacks that he took, or at least ones that you could see the all 22, whereas receivers not getting open. Just asking the question. Could it have been his receivers, weren't getting separation. They weren't getting open. Or, maybe it was all Sam Darnold's fault. I don't know. I just want to play devil's advocate. I'm a glass half full guy. Guy lost himself $50 million probably.
This is the take. The Rams just cost Sam Darnold millions. Dude, whenever I started that show, I wish I had The Rock whenever I said, how you feeling? It doesn't matter how you feel. That's what I wanted that so bad. I didn't plan that well enough. Damn it.
I feel like the Rams did us a great service because we were about to be in between a rock and a hard place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. If Sam Darnold gets you the divisional, maybe the championship round. Now you're your young quarterback.
Yep. Three weeks ago, Sam Darnold is talking multi-year, $12 to $13 million a year, guaranteed multi-year, and now JJ will be our starter, and I have a feeling that Danny Dimes will be his backup.
Oh yes, that's what you
Sam
always
Darnold
wanted,
will
though.
go somewhere.
That's what, of course, he will. Tennessee, Indianapolis, somewhere like that. I bet.
I don't know. He might have just worked himself into a good backup role somewhere.
No, he's going to start somewhere. You just wait. He's going to go back to San Francisco.
Maybe he goes back to the Jets.
No, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. He's going to be another Case Keenum. Has one phenomenal year for the Vikings, makes some miracle happen, and then goes to somebody like, well, he's not going to go to the Broncos, but Case Keenum went to the Broncos and got benched after like week 6.
The Vikings have a history of that. They had, who was it, Randall Cunningham?
Brett Favre.
Dante Culpepper.
His highest passer rating. Randall Cunningham had his highest passer rating.
Teddy Bridgewater before he got hurt.
Oh, true. Teddy Bridgewater. There was another guy that also, who was another quarterback.
Dante Culpepper. Brad Johnson. Warren Moon.
Yeah. Like Vikings are like, they're like the Sun Belt Conference of the NFL. Everybody goes there, they get really good, and then they leave. Or the FCS. What, maybe. Hey, Dominic's here. He does a Sun Belt Syndicate with TJ Corman. They have a good show there talking college football. Bears here. We film in front of a live studio audience, everybody. So if you're listening to the podcast, thank you. And B. McCormick is here. So 27-9, Rams win. And Troy Aikman's voice that game was really shaky. I don't know if everybody noticed that.
I noticed that.
We had a revenge game. We had KOC and Cam Akers. So the big part of that game was the scoop and score that I called back. This is the thing I was going to tell you about, Dylon. You got Matt Stafford. You got Matt Stafforded, because that happens every game. Every game that there's a big moment in, Matt Stafford always gets the benefit of the doubt, dude. He will either get a goal on the goal line or a deep pass interference or some, I threw it at his feet as he's getting mauled and just kind of drops the ball.
I saw that, and when they were taking it back, okay, I can get away with you got your arm moving forward. We're gonna say it's a forward pass, whatever. But when they said it was not intentional grounding, all I could think about was, this is Matt Stafford's tuck rule. This is what he will be known for. You are going down for the sack, toss it forward, underhanded, and just make sure that somebody's within 50 yards, and it shouldn't be intentional grounding. Like, there's no way that should not have been intentional grounding.
Hey, welcome to playing Matt Stafford, buddy.
Well, you should have. I wasn't watching it live. I saw a clip of Peyton Manning, Eli, and they had Belichick on at that time. So Belichick was like, they got to do something to help the defense. This is an offensive league. And Peyton's over there going, he didn't flick his thumb. When you pitch it, do the option, you got to flick your thumb. He didn't flick his, Peyton's going all in detail. I was just cracking up.
That's what happens, dude. When you play Stafford, expect that. Every big game, you can go back, and there's some sort of call that has given the Rams an advantage. Not at the most important time, but at a time where things are hanging in the balance. That's what happens. That happens every game. Also, enough of the Rams with the offense is clicking and Matt Stafford this and Matt Stafford that. No, he's thrown for less than 200 yards in 6 straight games or something stupid. I don't know. You can't check me on that, but it's been at least 4 or 5 games out of the last 6 he's thrown for less than 200 yards. And the defense for the Rams has given up 9 points or less in the last 4 out of 5 games. The only time they didn't was when they didn't play their starters.
Well,
so this whole idea,
Bills game.
After that, they haven't given up more than 9 points.
I was looking at their over-unders today to see what bet I wanted to do for that game. And, it was 17-9. 12-10 or so. It was. They were all low scoring.
But their defense is legit. Oh, no. Wait a minute. How did this get on there? The Purple Persuasion. Kevin O'Connell talks about Sam Darnold. I think that can stay with him moving forward. Sam and that journey him and I went on will always be something that's special, a place in my heart. Interesting.
He's saying it's over.
Wait, what is this?
Wow.
Justin Jefferson trade incoming. He did the deuce sign as he left the field.
Dang.
Well, that would be cute, except on locker cleanout day, he just made sure to double down on, it sucks that this team's going to be different and some of these guys that, aren't going to be here next year. But, I'm here for another 3, if not 4 years, so I'm locked in. We got to do something, the amount of talent that we have. So he's all in. JJ is all in on Skull Nation. So don't even hand me that.
You're not paying attention. I didn't do anything. He's the one that's put the deuces up.
You know who else does the deuce sign?
Tyreek Hill.
And he's been gone.
Wow.
Well, Tyreek Hill is gone. But Tyreek Hill also said in the middle of the game, I'm gone.
He said it after the game. Even worse. Oh, what's this other one say down here? Historic. The Minnesota Vikings are the first 14 team in NFL history to lose in the wild card round. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, look. I'm not
It's
going to
also
say
the first season that we had 17 games, ain't it?
I'm not going to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Where's this emotional support
God,
that
what is
was
this?
promised? What is
What
this?
is this?
Dude, I saw that. That one got me good.
I don't
put these in here.
I don't feel like y'all are lifting me up like I was promised when I was.
I mean, the two divisions that got 3 teams in are 0-4.
That's true. Is the NFC North fraudulent? If you can't, we're laughing at the
I told you that
Jordan
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Crying Jordan meme for the helmet on the Vikings. For those who can't see it. Yeah, is it fraudulent?
I tried telling you that.
Who's the other team? Oh, the AFC West.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chargers lost.
That's like the SEC playing in their own conference and then just going and not making the national championship 2 years in a row.
Well, it's like all that other take that people took of ours about wild card weekend and first round of the college football playoffs being the same. Shout out BMO for that.
Yep.
Shout
out BMO.
It's the same thing.
Yep. Speaking of another take, so Dylon, we can put this to bed. Sorry about your team. Sucks. At least one of our teams won a playoff game.
Pitchers and catchers reporting.
Oh, the Twins, the Twinkies. Tell them, Tex. Speaking of this.
Hey, this is the Twins year. 2025 is the year of Minnesota. I've been telling you.
Hey, the Wild are beating the Oilers right now. I'm watching hockey.
Sabres won.
There you go.
I'm telling y'all, the T-Wolves are going to be dominant.
Anything
Twins
else?
Dominant, Vikings dominant. 2025. I've been saying it.
Anything else you want to add to this game, or can we move on?
Let's move on.
Okay. Yes. Coach Prime to Dallas. Wow. That's making a whole bunch of rounds this week, guys. I wonder who said that. I don't know.
Apparently everybody said it.
Apparently everybody's like, see, told y'all.
I told you this last season. Apparently everybody said it.
And everybody keeps going. Somebody will say, yeah, I told you last time. And then everybody else goes, well, I told you 3 months before that. RG3 got mad whenever he didn't waste any time.
You can't sit there and say, I said this a year ago, but not provide the clip of you saying it.
I feel like this is moving to us and RG3 just collaborating at some point. Where we just put up his takes and just start yelling at him, and then he tries to defend it. I think that would be great stuff. So, and just everything he does, we just turn into croissant face, all of it, the whole show. So, anyways, anything to add on Tex, Cowboys fan, Coach Prime to Dallas, trade Dak, draft Shador. Like
he does not fit the mold of a typical Jerry Jones coach. The reason being
what do you
is
mean by that?
Jerry Jones likes to have a guy who at some point in their career has won a Super Bowl as a coach. Do I agree with that? No. But normally he likes to have somebody who's won a Super Bowl. on his team.
Okay. Coach Prime did win TikTok Team of the Year at Colorado.
Yeah.
Didn't that get canceled on Monday?
Good for him.
Yeah, I think it is.
Didn't Deion win a Super Bowl as a Cowboy?
As a player.
Ooh.
Well,
But he was more of a player's coach, though, because he was Prime.
Jason Garrett won a Super Bowl as a coach?
Ooh.
He did as a player.
No, not as a
Jason
coach.
Garrett's a robot, anyways.
He was a player when they won. He was Aikman's backup.
Well, I know that. Look.
Still shaving his beard.
What I'm saying is he likes to. Normally, his ideal mold is the coach that he selects has won a Super Bowl.
Well, here's what Coach Prime
As a coach.
said. He said, to hear from Jerry Jones is truly delightful, and it's intriguing. I love Jerry and believe in Jerry. After you hang up and process it and think about it, it's intriguing. But I love Boulder and everything there is about our team, our coaches, our student body, and the community. He's Coach Prime for real right now. That's about as coach as it gets.
I mean, he was on one side of the wall, then he was on the other side of the wall.
Hey,
and
he also knows that if he gets a couple more of those, he can ask for more money from Colorado.
Oh yeah, he could.
They didn't even have enough money to pay his first contract.
He started a trend too. We got coaches going everywhere now. We got Michael Vick's getting hired as a coach. Deshaun Jackson's getting hired as a coach.
I don't get that one, but Mike Vick I kind of get.
Dude. I love it.
He's from Mike Vick's from that area. You know, that one makes a lot of sense to me. He's from that area. He played as a quarterback. He's got a lot of connections. Deshaun Jackson doesn't make as much sense to me as the other ones.
Tex.
Maybe it'll work out.
Jason
Hope it does.
Coach of the Cowboys.
Hey, where did Vic go?
Norfolk State.
Vic? Oh yeah. What's their mascot?
The Vikings?
I think it's the Rams or something like that.
It's not the Bulldogs, is it?
No.
Oh no.
No.
Okay. All right.
It's like the Rams or something like that.
Fighting Bulldogs. Hey, we got to stop. Okay, anyways, Coach Prime does. And then the last one, Patriots do the Patriot way and get the Patriot guy. They hired Mike Vrabel, and Robert Kraft said the most important thing Mike Vrabel brought to the interview process was a clear and focused strategy of how to get us back to a championship way. No, he's just played there, won there, and he's trying to be like Belichick. But bad news for the Patriots, boys. Everybody pay attention. Bad news. It doesn't matter what Vrabel says or does at this point, henceforth.
Oh,
Drake
no.
May, shout out BMO again. He's a what do you want to call him? We'll come up with a nickname for BMO in a second. The May Hive or whatever you want to call it. Drake May just proposed to his girlfriend in Cancun. Cancun on 3. Shout out Vikings. Love doing life with you. Can't wait to marry you. Congratulations to the lovebird. First ring secured. Guys.
Over.
You think
over
he said,
before it even started.
You think he said, will you marry me?
Let's get married. Oh, my gosh. Wow. My quarterback take victory formation. That's what he should have said. He should have taken you know what he should have done is have her snap. No, wait. Snap it to him.
Stop.
And then Oh, anyways. So Patriots Super Bowl window closed. Well, depends on when they get married, right?
Married.
Married.
Maybe they get married in May.
Hey.
Well, yeah, it's probably a good idea. Well, they have to, kind of. That's when we got married.
That's why they have to get married then.
Well, it's not football season. It's not football season, dude. As an AFC East guy.
Yeah.
As an AFC East guy, are you worried about Vrabel back in the division?
No.
He's what's his face isn't Mr. Tough Guy anymore. McDermott.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not worried about Vrabel. Look, Tennessee got the best of us once or twice when he was the coach, but he also had Derrick Henry.
That's the Bills' kryptonite.
He does not have a running back in
Ooh, who they play this weekend, right?
New England.
I don't know, man.
I'm
All
not worried about him.
Okay.
Derrick Henry. You're not worried about Derrick Henry?
I'm not worried about any of them.
You heard it here first. Bills
Jay
fan not worried
Vine.
about Derrick Henry. Okay.
All right, boys. Playoff beard's gone. Ready to
for
start
you.
fresh. 2025.
Hey,
Yes.
healthy dips.
Keep the
Healthy
stash?
dips. 2025. Healthy dips. 2025.
Yeah, we'll keep the stash. Super Bowl stash. Going for the Bills.
Ooh.
Go Bills.
Okay.
Yes, Bills. Bills.
Next, ladies and gentlemen, let's hit football. Yeah.
Oh, not when you catch me off guard.
Not too bad.
Football. Yay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the divisional round. We've got all the previews. But first, before we do that, I'm trying to get J-By hype because other people around the country in Bills Mafia are doing crazy things. And J-By has not done anything. We have not seen nothing from his camp about how he's getting ready for a divisional round weekend. Everybody pay attention. Here we go. We've got a gender reveal, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. Why did you do this? Guy standing on top of a bus. Bam! Right on to the table.
That's legit right there.
Dude, shout out the Rams punter, by the way. This dude went to Wingate.
Really?
Yes. He went to Wingate, and he was one of the best inside the 20 punters of all time. All right, so next. Okay, here we go. J-By,
Yeah.
here you go.
Ceremony. We're going to see the Bills.
At his wedding, he busts out the Bills-Ravens ticket, and his wife loses her mind.
Seriously?
Smart man.
Oh, I'm so glad she's so excited.
Man, that wedding just got real expensive.
Sure did. Now,
Smart
J-By,
man.
thoughts? Where's your Bills Mafia tribute video right now? Everybody's stepping it up. You
I
did hang
mean,
this stuff up at your house.
Honestly, if I was you and I needed to step it up, I would get my wife to record me going down to the courthouse and officially changing my child's name to Bill.
That's a great point.
I bet you won't do it.
Hey,
That's
call
all
him Bill for short.
Woo!
Mm.
Why do you call him Bill? Short for Colin.
Right.
It's like Richard and Dick.
Yeah.
Nobody knows why it's short like that or changed to that. Just is.
This is hilarious, this graphic. So I got the graphic pulled up here. NFL Divisional round 2. The only thing they put on there, this was from Fox. They only put Fox on here. They didn't put any networks for Saturday, Sunday, anything. The Chiefs game, nothing. The Eagles and Rams, the Bills, nothing. But I'm pretty sure the Saturday game is the ESPN game. Then you get Fox. Then you got NBC.
Yeah.
And then you got CBS, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean it's going to be Paramount again? Like if we don't have Paramount, we can't watch it.
Probably. Unless you get a
CBS?
local CBS channel.
Go get an antenna. Plug into your TV.
But
God,
well,
I hate
there was
Paramount.
another graphic too. NBC put out, and they did a similar thing. I think they listed all the networks on theirs, but what they did was they changed the Sunday time to 2:00. So everybody was confused. They're like, "Why is it 2 and 6:30? Like that doesn't make sense." And then they realized that 2 was when the pregame show started, so they were trying to get people to tune into their pregame show. So they changed the time.
I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
I hate when they do that. So this is the lineup. We have to wait all the way till Saturday, 4:30. Texans, Chiefs kick it off. Commanders, Lions, nightcap. Then Sunday, Rams, Eagles, and then it's 6:30. Game of the decade, game of the century, game of the year. Where are you at? Game of the millennium?
It's game of the year.
Not game of the decade.
Game of the year, not game of the decade.
What would it take to get it raised up to game of the decade?
Us playing in the Super Bowl.
Well, you can't play the Ravens in the Super Bowl, so
No. Well, I don't think it's about who we're playing for how big the game is.
No, you get the game of the century would be Super Bowl. Game of the decade might be next week.
if Josh Allen dominates this game and Lamar tanks it, does that sway the votes?
No, the vote's already been done.
They already
Vote's
announced
already
it?
done. Yeah, they haven't announced. They don't announce it till Super Bowl week. But the vote, you had to be done voting like by the end of week 18, I think, before the playoffs start.
Yeah, they have all the NFL 100, all that stuff gets done
But
somewhere
yeah,
between.
the same guys that vote for MVP vote for All Pro. Josh
Yeah.
Allen, second team All Pro. Lamar's first team.
Well, I'm sure there's never been any election tampering at all in any type
sure-
of
nope.
election.
What could happen between now and then?
Yeah.
You know, what
And
could happen?
Josh
Our country's
Allen
got
is
a great
the first
record for
person in
election
NFL
results.
history to make first or second team All Pro and not have a single teammate make it.
The Ravens have 6.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so great. And then people just start yelling at you. It's not Lamar's fault. It's like, well, but you can hold it against him because that means his team is better. So what do you want to say? All right. Here's things we trust. Top 5 divisional round. Number 5, Dylon said that the Chiefs won't cover 8.5. You can trust that. They don't cover anything ever, especially when it's that long. Anything to add?
I like that. I agree with that. They won't cover.
They
I
won't.
don't know.
They'll win on like a last-second field goal where Mahomes, Travis Kelce gets a catch somehow.
It's already down to 8. Oh, no. Hang on.
I don't know.
No, it's still 8.5. ESPN's at 8.
Texans
DraftKings
defense
is
is
at
good, dude.
8.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
both teams played so bad in that Chargers-Texans game, but Texans still won by 20.
You think it's going to go over?
I don't know. I didn't pick the spread on that game because I thought it could, Chiefs also really haven't played in a month. Their starters haven't. Last time they played was the 25th December.
Christmas.
Yeah.
They didn't really look that good that game. It just turns out the Steelers suck.
Yeah. Steelers showed us who we thought they were. Just took them
Exactly.
longer.
Number 4, at least one play where Matt Stafford, this is what we trust now, gets a game-changing call at a critical time. We just talked about that. So that's absolute facts. You'll be watching the Eagles and the Rams on Saturday or Sunday, and something will happen. You'll be like, oh, that probably really changed the outcome. And it'll be something that Matt Stafford does at the goal line where it's a pass interference or some stupid nonsense. Just bet on it. Number 3, that the statement will be made at least 3 times that begins with, quote, and that's why Lamar is, end quote, followed by something about MVP, most versatile QB, yada, yada, yada. Facts. Yes.
That's going to happen.
Is going to happen. These are things
Especially
you
if
can
it's Chris
trust.
Collinsworth. If it's Chris Collinsworth, then the ground's getting worse.
It's Tony Romo.
Yeah. I don't know. Nah, I bet it says CBS 2 team. Romo is going to be at Bills game.
That's what I'm saying. The Bills play the Ravens and Lamar.
Oh, I thought you said Mahomes.
No, it's Lamar, man. It's Howard Ground.
What?
Well, he started talking about Chris Collinsworth. I know Collinsworth likes Mahomes. I thought you said Mahomes.
No, Mahomes is getting, I think, Aikman. There's the slide. The next slide has it, I think, or one of the slides has it. At number 2, we can trust this, that we're going to get a close up of Dan Campbell's dip teeth without the broadcast understanding that it's hilarious that they zoom in on his dip teeth. Trust that.
Love that.
And number 1, somehow the Kelce's will be shown at every game across the weekend this weekend.
And Taylor Swift.
His new show sucks, by the way.
What is it?
They call it Late Night with Jason Kelce. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's Barstool Van Talk. They air it at 1 a.m. on ESPN. So, but anyways. All right, here we go. Divisional round. Saturday, 2 games, 4:30. ESPN. Troy Aikman, get your voice okay. Drink some honey tea. Drink some, do some vocal whatevers. Kansas City is looking for its 7th straight AFC Championship game. The record is 8 by the Patriots. Houston, in 6 tries, has never won a road playoff game. D'Amico Ryans, fun fact, played for the Chiefs head coach Andy Reid in his final season with the Eagles. Revenge game narrative. Chiefs 8.5. Hosting, first time playing since Christmas. What do we think, J-Bye? What do we think? This is your side of the bracket here.
Yeah, I mean, it's all 4 of the same teams from last year's division in the AFC are back again. These two, I just don't know what to expect from the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs started to look better the last time we saw them play than they have looked all season, getting Hollywood Brown. And, I don't know. But they haven't played in a month. I don't think Texas is as good as everybody wanted them to be. They're what I said they would be. If you check,
but they're here.
No, they're here. I think the Chiefs' defense is too good for Stroud.
Who has not been playing well. But what about Joe Mixon and Nico Collins?
Joe Mixon's ain't been playing worth a poop in 4 weeks.
Yeah, he's been bad too. And the Chiefs have, I believe, the #1 run defense.
The Texans have the Texans defense is very good statistically, by the way.
Yeah. Well, they have a good defensive line.
They do.
It depends. If we get CJ Stroud last week, he'll throw for 300 yards.
Post fumbled snap, CJ Stroud.
Yes.
Maybe that's what he has to do early. If I'm D'Amico Ryans, I'm going to my Bobby Sloak and being like, look, I want that center to absolutely rocket a snap right by his face mask so that he has to pick it up and try to make a play, and that'll get the jitters out early.
Well, also, these teams played each other recently.
Yeah. Christmas. No. Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And the Chiefs covered in that game. They won by 16 points. That was like the only time they covered all year.
The Texans got obliterated. The Texans got obliterated by the Ravens and the Chiefs. I don't know.
I could be wrong, but I think that was the game, one of the games where they didn't have Nico or Tank Dell.
Brock Purdy doesn't get those excuses, so I don't give him to CJ Stroud.
Look, you can't talk about Purdy anymore this year.
Yes, I can.
Not this year.
Of the 4 of us on the screen, he's the only one that's played in a Super Bowl as far as our teams go. So
only if you say RIP.
Somebody text, what do you think about this game? Texans Chiefs, go.
I think that it's going to go over for sure.
Over 41.5? That is low.
Yeah.
Has it changed?
That's really low.
Yeah.
No, it's still 41.5.
That's 21-20. 22-20.
I just don't see either of these teams being held to just 20 points.
What is what's the weather like there? Anybody look that up?
Probably pretty cold.
Hang on. I'll look it up real quick.
What you need to know is this. Patrick Mahomes in the divisional round as a starter, 6-0, 70.4 completion percentage. Passing TD to interception ratio is 13 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Total TDs to giveaways, 16-0. Passer rating, 115.8.
Yeah.
What day are they playing? They're playing Saturday?
Yeah. Afternoon.
What time?
4:30. Ooh, there you go. I think Texans go under and KC goes
23 degrees.
Ooh.
Nothing.
Dome team going up there in 23 degrees. Are we going to get frozen mustache Andy Reid? I don't know.
Maybe because it's going to be dropping after that. That's as warm as it gets all day. 23.
Wow.
Okay, so I was wrong. I'll correct myself. On December 21st, the Chiefs won by 8, 27-19.
Yeah. Okay.
Say the Chiefs haven't blown anybody out.
But I think that was a cover for them that day because I think they were like 4.5 or
I
something.
probably bet on the Texans, and that's why they covered. Because they hadn't covered in like 4 weeks. And all of a sudden, of course, now they cover.
Yeah.
Okay, so shout out Country Roads Take Mahomes, listener of the show, friend of the show. Real shame if the Chiefs blow this with all these stats in their favor. You know, the 7 AFC championship games, the really perfect, unblemished record of Patrick Mahomes. Be a real shame, guys. Hate to see it. Who wins?
Chiefs.
Dylon, who wins?
I'm going to say that the Texans are going to win.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. This is the kind of attitude we need here. J-Bot just wants
I really think if CJ Stroud does what he did last week, because I was a complete doubter. I thought that they were going to get blown out last week. So, yeah, CJ Nico's going to go for over 100 plus. I don't know.
Tex. Who wins?
Blowout by the Lions.
Okay, we're talking about the Texans.
Why are we still talking about that one?
But you didn't give your answer.
I said it's going to go over.
Oh, okay. All right, good. Commanders, Lions.
I thought we'd already moved on. I'm trying
No.
to put together my card here.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you. Okay, so here we go. I really want the Texans to win. Texans win. Texans win. Texans win. I think they do it. Defense travels. We're going to look stupid, but whatever. At 8 p.m., over under 55.5. Lions favored by 9.5. Detroit is going to be rocking. David Montgomery's back.
Lions by $1 billion.
Washington looking for its first NFC title or NFC championship appearance since 1991. Detroit looking for their consecutive NFC championship first appearances and first time in I almost said school history, in franchise history. Almost went college on you. And then Detroit and Washington were the only two teams to score a touchdown or field goal on at least 50% of their offensive drives. How crazy is that? That means every other drive they scored points. That's nuts. There's a prop of whether they're gonna have a punt or not. It's set at 0.5 in this game if they punt or not.
Yeah, they'll punt.
You think?
Yeah. It's playoffs, dude.
Now, this is Dan. This is the Dan off. Dan Quinn, Dan Campbell. Just saying. Got ourselves a good old Dan off. So you think you can Dan?
Don't they both dip too?
Probably.
I feel like I remember Dan Quinn dipping in the box last year, being the defensive coordinator.
It's gonna
probably.
I don't know. Dak Prescott was in the box and he just drinks tea.
Yeah.
That was dip spit. We already established it. That was dip spit.
Dip spit. It was Dan Quinn's dip spit that's been sitting there since last year.
It's like an old college dude's college dorm. He's got dip spit lined up there on the bottles.
Just don't drink an opened beer because you don't know if it's residue or dip spit.
Ugh. Okay. I don't know. Jaden Daniels, can he have more magic? The Lions defense sucks. But the Commanders defense.
I'm taking the Commanders. I think that Jaden Daniels, team of destiny. I think that
you are confirming the NFC North is fraudulent.
Whoa.
I am confirming that Jaden Daniels is the second coming.
Wow. So you're saying Caleb Williams, who plays in the NFC North, is fraudulent? Because
Caleb Williams is fraudulent. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no.
So you think then it's going to be the Bills and Commanders in the Super Bowl?
I think it's going to be the Bills and the Eagles.
So then you're saying the NFC East is the best division of football.
No, I think
Mm.
that Saquon Barkley is the
Yeah.
best running back in the NFC.
Counterpoint,
And
they don't
he's
give him the
gonna-
ball.
They're going to give him the ball.
They
He's
want
getting the ball.
Jalen Hurts to throw the ball for some reason.
Saquon Barkley is going to get 23 carries.
He should get 40 carries. But
Well,
they
so
refuse
should
to.
Derrick Henry, but then that would take away from Lamar's MVP season.
That's where all these coaches are getting in trouble because they want to prove that their quarterback can throw from the pocket and can do this and can do that. And it's just like all you got to do is turn around and hand the ball off. Anyways, teams
All
that have
right.
not made a championship in the NFC since 2010, Cowboys, Commanders. Only two. What were you about to say, Dylon? You got to get out of here.
Yep, I got to get out.
All right. See you later, buddy. Thanks for coming
Thanks
on.
for all the emotional support
Yeah, sorry
that
about your
you
team,
guys
man.
provided. I felt that you were commiserating with me genuinely and authentically, and I appreciate that y'all are still my friends.
Yeah, man.
Think about
Yeah.
all the extra sleep you're going to get now, not having to stress about your
Don't
team.
worry about football.
Yeah. We're here for you.
By the way, Davis
Baseball
Thompson,
season.
American Express, La Quinta Country Club. Golf season.
Golf
No.
season.
Still football season.
Later, y'all.
See you, dude.
See ya.
Okay, so both of these defenses stink. Both these offenses are a lot of fun to watch. So I don't really have anything other than that.
That's what I don't honestly get. And I'm sure he's a great guy and a good coach, but I don't understand teams for the last 2 years, given the Lions defensive coordinator head coaching job interviews. The worst part of the Lions team the last 2 years has been their defense.
He said he wants to go to the Jets too, which would be even better. That'd be hilarious.
I don't get it. Like, I also don't get the Brian Flores getting interview questions. He tried to sue an owner already. If you're other owner, like, you want to,
I don't get that at all, dude.
I just don't
get it.
understand that. I mean,
I don't get that at all. I don't.
You know, some people change, and maybe he has. I don't know. That's
obviously
if
his
I was
defense-
the owner of a team, I would not want to hire somebody that's already tried to sue another owner.
His defense obviously is not that good. They got torched by the Rams.
He just throws a lot of pressure at you. So
Yeah,
an
that's a
experienced
Stafford
quarterback.
special, dude.
Yeah, if you're an experienced quarterback, you know what's coming.
So Danoff. I'm still just. It's the Danoff. I can't believe we didn't say that. We got just two big Dans going at it right now.
I think Washington covers, but I think their magic runs out.
More importantly, do you think the over hits Tex?
It's a lot. Of
Yes.
points.
No.
Mm.
No. Under.
That's too much for playoff football.
55 and a half.
I don't think that the Washington offense is going to have enough juice for that.
That's what I'm saying. They had a very emotional game last week.
Yep.
First playoff win, running on adrenaline right now. Like, it's season's on thin ice.
I think they're not good enough in the red zone, which is going to kill them. I think that's their problem. So, I don't know. It should be fun. I mean, we'll see. Detroit's going to be rocking, dude. That place is going to be nuts. Okay, so that's the Fox game. So I guess that's the Brady game. Who the Raiders, who's Brady's a minority stake owner in, is interviewing Ben Johnson for the head coaching job, which is very weird, right?
No.
I don't know. People are making a big deal about it. Who cares? But okay. Next. Bum, 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 bum. Sunday, whatever time it is. What is it? 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock. NBC. Chris Collinsworth gonna have his whole bottle of Eucerin ready to go for the Matt Stafford, whatever you want to call it, because he is going to be Chris Collinsworth watching Matt Stafford against the blitz and the defense of Philly. He's not going to be able to contain himself. The Rams are 6-1 since the loss to Philadelphia, and the one loss they had was when nobody played. Philadelphia is 8-1 at home. The last time they played, Saquon Barkley rushed for 255 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Rams offensive coordinator is Mike LaFleur, brother of the team the Eagles just beat, Matt LaFleur. So you can pencil this as a revenge game or an avenge game, because he will avenge his brother's team's death, potentially. Philadelphia is 6-0 in franchise history in home games in the conference semifinal round, and they have good luck on their side because last week we saw A.J. Brown reading a book on the sideline. Did everybody see that?
Yes.
Now the book that he was reading is up over 53 million% on Amazon. That we need to write a book is basically, and see if we can get it into the hands of the weapon.
Motivational book.
Yes. The weapon in Buffalo. Thoughts?
Got to be
Yes.
engaged in the game.
Yes. I don't. So, what is with this guy? But we definitely need to write a book. It just says how to read a book during a football game.
Make it a kid's book.
Yeah, kids' book. That's what A.J. Brown should have said. He was reading to the kids, and then nobody would have said anything.
Hey,
how about that?
AJB love the kids.
I thought that was pretty cool, though. That guy, I mean, what is that? So if the book sells for what? It's $20?
Don't.
Okay.
Yeah, you doing math live on air. Don't.
$20. It's $20. Say 1 million people bought it. It's $20 million. Right?
Just no, but yes,
Oh.
just like straight up, $20 million was spent on the book. That's all that means.
Okay.
It doesn't mean anybody made $20 million. It just means that $20 million was spent on that book, because Amazon gets a cut, publishing company gets a cut, and the author gets a cut. I'm sure there's other people somewhere in between there that also get a cut.
I love the book below it is The Basic Laws of Human Stupidity, which would basically be somebody reading a book on the sideline in the middle of a game. That's kind of ironic, isn't it?
These two are bought together, typically.
Yes. Inner excellence. Okay. Let's go back to the slide. Rams at Eagles. They have played. Eagles won. Over under 44.5. Eagles favored by 6. And this is really a battle of the two defenses, because the Rams' young defense is the cheapest in the league by a significant margin. And I don't know what the weather's going to be up there either, but the Rams can't really run the ball.
Here, let me just say this.
Okay.
If this game goes over, the Rams are winning it.
I like that. I like that.
They figured out the defense.
That means they figured out the defense, and Jalen Hurts isn't performing.
Gosh, she looks so
means
bad.
They're not going to score.
I don't care what
to
you want
me,
to dress it up as.
If it goes over, the Rams are winning this game.
At some point, somebody's got to have a heart-to-heart with coach, because at this point during the season, you give the ball to your best player. You find matchups to get the ball to your best player. So whatever you got to do to get Saquon the ball, or even maybe on little wide receiver screens or slant routes, get A.J. Brown the ball, because A.J. Brown is good in space.
Yeah.
Find a way to get those two the ball, take it out of Hurts' hands. You just don't want him back there in the pocket looking for something.
How about that fan who got banned? Did you guys see that?
What, man?
There's a What are you, Billy Joel?
I was trying to rhyme with you, because you said there was a fan that got banned, and I said, "What, man?"
Oh, no, he got banned for talking trash to some lady who was wearing Packers gear last week. Turns out the whole thing was I wouldn't say a scam, but the guy who was filming his wife getting berated put up a GoFundMe account to say that he wanted to go into enemy territory and handle the Eagles trash talking. Right?
Mm.
So he went into Eagles territory with him and his wife dressed as Packers gear. He had a GoPro on his chest, and he was filming the guy berating her. He never stepped in and did anything, and everybody's like, wow, I can't believe this guy was talking to her like that. Well, they ended up finding out who the guy was that was yelling at the Packers fans. He lost his job, but then come to find out, the guy is some sort of social media influencer who was letting his wife get yelled at.
Mm.
He had a GoFundMe account to get him tickets to go to the game.
Jeez.
What a loser.
Both
Totally.
of them.
But like we said last week, the Eagles start slow, and they got a gift last week where the ball somehow was not recovered by the Packers. I have no idea how. And then the Eagles literally did nothing for like 3 quarters other than that. So if the Rams do what they do, which is script the first like 15 plays, and McVay's really good at it,
Everybody does that.
but the Rams are really good at it
Yeah.
because they only score like 10 points ever. Both of these teams, they get. But anyways, I don't know. I don't know if the Rams have the firepower to hang. Well, the Eagles will shoot themselves in the foot. So
You just hate both these teams. So it's
I
like
do.
you
I
should
hate
probably
both of
stay
these
away
teams.
from this one because you're going to bet with your disgust
both
of
of 'em.
them instead of with your football brain.
I hate both of these teams. I really do. I don't like. I really honestly would like for the Commanders to win, just the whole NFC, because
That's
I like
not gonna
Jaden
happen.
Daniels, but I don't like the Lions. I'm sick of their fans.
What time's the game at?
This one
3.
is 3:00 on Sunday. So, anyways, Tex, what do you?
Rain and snow.
It's over.
Rain and
over.
snow.
The Rams aren't winning that.
No.
Rams are not winning that football game.
Nope.
Matt
Yeah.
Stafford. No.
I don't think the Rams are going to win either. I'm taking the Eagles -6 because not just about the game and maybe the weather and whatnot, but think about everything the Rams have gone through in the last week.
True.
You know, their houses could have burned down. They played and they had to move to play basically an away game. Now they're going to fly all the way across country in elements. I just think their good little run, they peaked too early. Their good little run's going to come to an end. They're just not going to have enough juice in the tank.
I think that, I don't know. Their defense does travel, but I don't think their offense is, I don't know. Like you said. I hate both of these teams. No offense to these teams. All
You
due
just hate
respect.
both those teams.
I do. I really do. Okay. In the game we've all been waiting for, the only team that is not a home favorite, it is flipped. The Buffalo Bills host the Baltimore Ravens. MVP game. It's already been decided. Game of the year been decided. Over under 51. Buffalo 1.5-point dogs at home somehow. And hold on a second. We've got weather update here, Tex, for the game. Sunday, the Bills Ravens in Buffalo is expected to be freezing weather. It will be at 14 degrees at kickoff. It will feel like -3 degrees at kickoff. There will be some wind. Lake effect warnings are currently in effect at Highmark
just looking at
Stadium.
that.
I heard no precipitation, but extremely cold.
Calling for, if anything, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Even further, I pulled a whole bunch of Bills stuff, so don't worry. The Bills have
Okay.
signed former Ravens QB Anthony Brown to the practice squad.
Yeah, that's so he can play Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Scout team QB.
And I just wanted to bring this back up from what I said in November. Win the turnover margin, win the Super Bowl. At this point, look at these teams. Look at all these teams that made the playoffs. Buffalo, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Green Bay, the Chargers, Minnesota, Houston, Washington, Baltimore, all in the top 12. Win the turnover margin, make the playoffs, win playoff games. It's that simple, folks. It is that simple. Secondly, run the ball. Okay? Baltimore, Washington, Philly, all these teams are playoff teams. Look at this. The top 6 rushing teams all made the playoffs, and 4 out of those 6 are still in the playoffs, and the Bills are right there looking in right at them. So win the turnover margin, run the ball. Stop with all the QB nonsense. J-Vi. Ravens, Bills. How do you feel? I mean,
I don't really, I haven't, there's nothing for me to get nervous about yet. Usually doesn't start hitting me till a couple hours before game time where I'm like, all right, we actually got a big game today. But I do have some things that I wrote down about the game.
you're scared of Derrick Henry in the cold because that's a huge advantage for Derrick Henry.
No. But I did write the Ravens might, this is what makes them scary, is because they actually have 2 quarterbacks back there instead of 2 running backs. Derrick Henry is 7 for 9 career passing with 4 touchdowns. Him and Lamar could interchange at quarterback.
What's his rating?
It's over 100.
Wow. So you're saying
It's higher than
quarterback
Purdy's.
controversy. Higher than Purdy's. Probably higher than Allen's then.
But Lamar's played the Bills 5 times. In his 5 career games, he's only averaging 200 yards a game, 117 passing, 7 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. So really, what's there to be scared about with those numbers?
Well,
What it
don't
comes
you
down
know?
to is if we can tackle Henry. First time, you said it, Bills are underdogs. First time in Bills history, they're home playoff underdogs.
Mm. Oh,
And similar to how you said the Eagles start slow, that's how the Bills are too. Ravens, somebody compared the Ravens to a Ferrari. They get out the fast starts and coast. They're front runners. And the Bills are like a truck. It takes a little bit of time to go, but once it goes, and it rolls.
Yep.
And I thought that was a fair comparison. So as long as we can manage a quick start, which we tend to do against most teams, I mean, the Broncos 7-0 first drive. We weathered that storm. We did that all season long. So if we could weather the storm of a quick start, or if we can have actual quick start ourselves like we did against Detroit. I mean, you got to think, against Detroit, we were up 34-10 in the third quarter.
Mm.
So we were rolling against them. And they run the ball. Their main thing is running the football.
If this game is going to be this cold.
Yeah. Lamar's never played in a game that has been under 22 degrees.
Whoa.
Also got some stats on Lamar's road.
Go ahead.
He's 2 road playoff games from Michael Florio. 2 road playoff games for Lamar. He's 0-2. He's at 179 yards passing, 0 touchdowns and interception, and 136 yards rushing and TD in the one game. Against the Bills, a game he lost in the playoffs in Buffalo, 162 yards passing, interception that got returned for a pick 6, and 34 yards rushing. That was when we went to the AFC Championship. We beat him in the divisional round. COVID year. And he said it was loud during the COVID year. There was only like 2,000 people in the stands.
Oh, I did. There's a couple of things I did see. One, that Lamar Jackson said he was asked if he talked to Josh Allen in the offseason, and he said no, he doesn't really talk to people in the offseason, especially other quarterbacks. He goes, I'm trying to beat you. I'm not trying to be your friend. So I don't know. I don't know.
That. I respect
Do you respect that?
Yeah.
That's kind of old school. I like that.
So that's what he said about that. There was another thing I forgot when you were talking about. Dang it.
I just, I say this every year because the one thing that makes me the most mad about being a Bills fan, and I've said this on the show, I've said this to you guys, is usually when the season ends, I have a huge rant because the defense let us down. Because Josh Allen is an excellent playoff quarterback. I mean, I don't have his numbers off the top of my head, but look at his playoff numbers compared to anybody else in the league. He's one of the best playoff performers. But some way, somehow, our defensive-minded head coach doesn't have the defense ready. Or, the defense makes a crucial miss to lose the game. And I want McDermott, because I think he's a good coach to get over that hump.
Who's worse in late in games, McDermott or Shanahan?
Probably McDermott because Shanahan's made it to the Super Bowl.
Dude, there is nothing worse than your quarterback having their moment and being like, they got us the lead, and then your defense doing nothing and losing the game and watching the other quarterback get their moment.
Well, and
It's
look,
awful.
Obviously I've been very opinionated about Josh being the MVP and should win the MVP this year. Doesn't mean that I think Lamar stinks. I think Lamar's a good quarterback.
Nobody in
And
the show thinks he stinks. It's just
like
when you
if you
have 9 Pro Bowlers,
well,
like
and
Derrick Henry.
they talk about his record in the playoffs, and he's like 2-3 or 2-4 or something. Like, look at Josh Allen's record in the playoffs. It's like 7-6. It's or whatever. Like, he only has one more.
McDermott has only had one losing season.
That's when they got Josh Allen. But I say what I said because I think Josh Allen gets that pass in the playoffs because of the performance he's had in losing efforts. Like, you look at a 13 seconds game, him and Mahomes were dueling. And I don't think Lamar's done that in his losses. Like, he's just looked bad in his losses.
Even
where Josh Allen's looked really great in his losses.
Even last week, they're just grasping for, oh, Lamar did this, and look at what he, and it's like, guys, Derrick Henry could have run for 300 yards against the Steelers if he wanted to. Like, let's not try to make something out of nothing here. Lamar played fine. He was good.
Well,
but the star was Henry.
And why didn't Matt Stafford get all the recognition for throwing his pass that he turned around and was celebrating before Kyrene Williams caught it?
Oh,
like,
you can see that coming too, by the way. There was something else with, did you see, that's what it was. Did you see that the Ravens said that it was a town full of losers?
One of their reporters said that.
Oh my gosh, all I could think of was the Grinch whenever he's about to
after
go down
the
and
Bills donated thousands of dollars to his mom who passed away's charity. He still said that.
Oh
everybody, even the
Ravens loser. He's a loser.
Yeah, even the Ravens fans are like, nobody likes him.
That's loser talk right there. Tex, what do you think?
Let me tell you this before you get before you say your answer. You know how the Bills do their pregame, hey, let's go Buffalo. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now before the game? They bring out a former player.
Yeah.
This week, Fitzmagic.
Is it really?
And he said that he was going to do it with his shirt off. So before you make your pick, I wanted to give you that bit of information. Because that would be
counterpoint. There was a video of him doing his chest hair with a pick.
Yeah, because he made a bet with Eric Wood that if the Bills won the Super Bowl, that he would shave his chest hair and beard on Eric Wood's show.
Okay, so that's what he was.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. Tex, what do you think about this game? Come on, what's the two Bills drive said?
I haven't looked at it. I'm saving it. I'm saving it.
What do you mean you're saving it? For what? We're doing the show right now.
I'm thinking that the Bills are going to cover in this game. 100%. Because Sean McDermott only had one losing season. Been battling for years to get back to have another chance to beat the Chiefs in the championship game. So I think that they got everything set up. They're going to win this game and be ready for the Chiefs next week.
Has anybody done the jump in the pit?
And I definitely think this was going over for sure.
Even with the weather.
I think it's going to be a slugfest. It's going to be a slugfest. It's going to be a slugfest.
I think this is a passing of the torch game. And what I mean by that, Tucker misses a field goal, Bass hits a game winner.
Oh, okay. So Bass begins his reign as the most accurate kicker in NFL history.
Yes.
That'd be a back on the wagons game.
Totally redeem himself game.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb and Dumber Lloyd Christmas game. And if he does do that, that is exactly what we will put out on our Twitter account in support of. We've been staunch supporters of Tyler Bass for
I
years.
believe.
This
I believe
well
in my
documented.
guy.
I think it's gonna be I think this game's gonna be freaking incredible. Are you gonna be able to do the show, or are you gonna be watching the game?
Well, I don't even know where I'm going to be at this point.
What do you mean?
Well, I have to travel on Sunday, but I'm trying to make it so I'm where I need to be before the game starts.
Oh, okay. Okay. Man, that's gonna be nerve-wracking. It's gonna be nerve-wracking. You know what the worst part about all this is I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, we didn't even talk about Mahomes, but I bet they're just the Chiefs are gonna F around and find out, and then it's gonna come down to him leading a game-winning field goal drive. That's what's gonna happen. I can see it now. And it's so infuriating.
I think what I'm looking forward to the most about the Bills-Ravens game too is, just being a football fan and knowing how cold it's going to be and seeing some pads pop with some breath being, you'll see everybody's breath because it's going to be so cold. So I don't know. That's just exciting to me because
It is.
football is the best dish served cold.
Yes, and all these losers who are like, I want to see these guys playing air temperature controlled arenas. Shut up. It's January. This is when you know who wants it. If you want to play an air controlled temperature, make the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I need to see guys who are just they're acting like they're not cold, but they're really cold because we've all played in these types of games.
Yes.
So, anyways, this is awesome. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, just the bets. Let's do the bets. How about that? Anyways, that's divisional round. So let's do the hit the electric guitar drop. Let's do it. Here we go. We got some bets to get to. J-Vi, you are up first. I can't wait for these games, dude. I really am looking forward to the Ravens-Bills game. Just going to be sitting there all warm in my house being like, man, it looks good. Healthy Dips 2025 too, by the way.
Hey, let's go. I kind of already talked about what I was planning on doing. I don't trust the 8 or 8.5, whatever it was. I couldn't fully get behind that, but I do think the Chiefs are going to win. So even though it's a pretty high minus whatever, maybe 400 or something.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
The money line. I'm taking Chiefs
Yeah.
money line because I'm parlaying them all. So I like to think that that's a guaranteed win. I know you can't say that, but at that high, you think it's going to be. So I'm going to take Chiefs money line just to get an extra leg on the parlay. I'm going Washington 9.5 at Detroit. I think they cover. I think it becomes a shootout. One team needs a couple stops, right? So just think, you don't have to stop them all game. I just need a couple stops. But I think Washington covers. 10 points is a lot for teams that have terrible defenses and can score.
Yeah.
And I think the Rams, the adrenaline runs out from everything they're going through in the cold at Philly. Philly runs the ball -6. And I threw it a little bonus here because I don't know if we'll talk about it on Sunday, depending on what happens during the games. I think Notre Dame covers 8.5 versus Ohio State. Ohio State's kind of slowed down last game. I think Notre Dame flies around on defense. They also don't let penalties kill them. I don't know if we talked about that, but there weren't a ton of penalties in the Notre Dame Penn State game. Yeah, I noticed that when I was working because I felt like the game was going faster, and I was like, that really hadn't been a penalty. So I think Notre Dame not killing themselves with penalties, good defense, run the football. I'm not going to say they win. I think they cover.
That guy needs them to win. Doesn't need him to win. He needs Ohio State to win.
Apparently, Lou Holtz is going to be at the game.
Lou Holtz, and then that guy who's going to chop something off needs Ohio State to win bad.
I don't know. That guy that guy seemed a little too into it. So he might
follows through.
No.
If somebody wouldn't eat dog poop for Florida State losing, you're not doing that.
And look how bad Florida State was because he didn't uncurse the bet.
That's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. If you don't know what we're looking up or talking about, go look up guy makes bet to chop something off if Notre Dame wins the national title. You can pretty much fill in the blank there. All right, there we go. Nice. Ooh, you got the. Hey, look here, boys. You like this little graphic I made? The old deluxe donkey divisional parlay. Huh?
Donkeys are ass though. So you're telling me these are terrible?
Dude, it was National Eat an Ass Day. Or wait a minute. Hold on, I gotta. Hold on. Hold on. No.
End the show. End the show.
No, it was something. Hold on. It was something the other day. Hold on. January 14th. Hold on.
Dude, you already did it. You already said it. You said it out loud.
Feast of the Ass Day. Feast of the Ass. It's a picture of a donkey. So hold on. Now I got it. Now I got to figure out what did I say. The Feast of the Ass on January 14th began as a medieval Christian feast and commemorates the Israelites' flight into Egypt. Predominantly observed as of France as a variant of the Feast of the Fools, which is commemorated by biblical donkey-related narratives, particularly the donkey that carried the Holy Family into Egypt following Jesus. There you go. Okay, so this is carrying you into the holy football weekend that is the divisional round. Feast of the eat it. I knew it was something.
I can't believe you said that out loud.
Well, I knew it was something that's not what it was, though. Whoops. Anyways, the deluxe donkey divisional parlay. 4-legger, just like a donkey. Plus 967 total here. So you've got DeAndre Hopkins, 3+ receptions, minus 155. He had 4 the last time they played the Texans. Okay.
Without Hollywood Brown, though.
They're going to know he's the safety blanket, dude. Mahomes loves him some DeAndre Hopkins.
I do too.
Need him. He will be there. David Montgomery coming back. I did this on Thanksgiving. Did not let me down. He achieved this by a mile. 50 yards plus rushing and receiving. Minus 240. Next one, A.J. Brown, revenge game for those who inner excellence or whatever he was reading. He is going to get a touchdown. There's no way everybody watching that didn't think that because what was the last time they started a fight? He went off the next game. So expect a touchdown. Then I'm going James Cook over 54.5 rushing yards, minus 115. Because it's going to be freezing there, and the Ravens are going to commit everything they can to Josh Allen, meaning James Cook is going to bust one. 54.5 is not a lot for him.
No, but you could say a lot to the game script of the last game, but it was like one of the only games all season he had less than 10 carries.
But I just think he's going to do it. I think it's a good bet, and it's plus 967. And if he loses, then I can yell at you about it and be like, "Wow, your team let me down again, like they did last week." Losers.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Bills game might start out slow. I think it's just going to, both teams are trying to establish the run.
Yes, especially when it's that cold. That's a 4-legger. That's a nice one. You put a little dollar on that, yourself 10.
The Bills Ravens game is a 6 offensive line team versus a fullback team. The Bills run 6 offensive linemen more than any team in the NFL, and the Ravens
they like
run
two,
their
they like
fullback.
12 personnel too.
Yeah,
their fullback or using their fullback as a H-back. Then Dylon says Kareem Hunt for a sneaky tud gives you cap to play Henry against Buffalo. Oh, that's nice. That's DFS stuff. Goddard at 3,900 against the 31st worst tight end defense in the league. Nice. Nico over 80.5 against the Chiefs. McLaurin over 67.5. You can pretty much pencil that one in because that's going to be a shootout. Put it in. Terry, put it in reverse. Tex, do you have anything?
Houston plus 8.5 over 41.5. So they're going to cover. Okay. Detroit Lions money line under 55.5. Buffalo Bills money line under 51.5. LA Rams plus 6 over 43.5. And Notre Dame to cover. Anytime touchdown, Josh Allen.
Ooh, yeah, Josh Allen scoring in that game. I like that. Okay. there it is. And we've got one more segment for Hang the Banners, and then we're done.
You did it! Congratulations!
Hang the Banners. I'm going to go first because this was hilarious, and I've already got it pulled up. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to hang the banner for Kevin Kisner because that guy, if golf is smart, they will make him the epicenter of the golf world. Because watch this, boys. Watch this. So everybody knows the TGL or whatever it is, tomorrow's golf league, the one that Tiger is going. Mm-hmm. Somehow Kevin Kisner, who hasn't played golf in like a year, got on a Tiger Woods' team. Look at what he does. What he does from the bunker. Absolutely.
Jeez, Shank City.
About 10 feet away. Watch all the guys around. This is us. He's the greatest golfer.
Oh, my goodness.
Absolute missile. People are ducking their heads, covering heads. Shout out Country Roads Take Mahomes for pointing that out. So, Kevin Kisner, hang the banner. Also, secondary hang the banner. I'm doing it real quick. Real quick. Have to. For this team. Dude, this team right here. This team, I think it's the New York Mets AA affiliate. Let me hang the banner for them. Simply because of their name. So let's hang the banner for these guys. The New York Mets affiliate, AA affiliate, Binghamton Rumble Ponies, will be changing their name to the Bathtub Donkeys for select games this season. Look at this logo, dude.
What's that even mean?
I don't know. Big old donkey theme this show.
Yeah.
Binghamton Bathtub Donkeys. We have to get a shirt. We have to get somebody from that team on the show. Incredible. That's my hang the banners. Who wants to go next?
I can go next. I'm going to hang the banner for myself.
Okay.
Because I did hang the banners. They're hung up. I also am the last man standing.
Mm-hmm.
My team, I carried my team to be the last man standing of all of our teams still playing. So shout out to me. All my grit, my hustle, my shaving, my not shaving, my sticking to a routine. Shout out to me. I did shave. I shaved before Friday night, Saturday morning or something. Before the playoffs started, I shaved. Okay. Before the first set of games started. Not even. I mean, it was before the Bills game, but it was like a couple days. So
okay,
hang the banner for me.
I agree.
I've got three. Shout out me for believing in my team, for sticking to my team, for rooting for my team, even though we haven't played a meaningful game since Halloween. So shout out me for backing my squad. Second one. Shout out Spittin' Chicklets guys for bringing a team to Greensboro for the ECHL. The Greensboro Gargoyles. It's going to be sick. It's going to be awesome. I will still root for my hometown Winston-Salem Thunderbirds.
Yeah, rivalry, Spittin' Chicklets.
But bring back the Greensboro Winston-Salem hockey rivalry. It's going to be great 2025. Looking forward to that.
I didn't know that's their team.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I don't know
sweet.
if it's like they're the sole owners, but they're at least part owners of that team, which is freaking awesome.
That is.
So
we need to get a hockey team settled and write a book. What's your third one?
I don't remember.
Okay. Good. Well, I think the only thing left is I think I have one more. This is it. This is your college football talk. Brian Kelly tells B. Marcello he is rooting for Notre Dame in the national championship, addresses the backlash of leaving the Irish. A lot of the guys there that are on both sides of the ball, Kelly says, I recruited. Obviously, I want to see those guys win it all, and I think they're in a great position. Totally excited for those guys. Kelly says, I wasn't
Wow.
leaving Notre Dame because I couldn't win a championship. You can win championships at Notre Dame, but I chose another path because I wanted a different challenge. What a loser, dude.
Make
The
it about
biggest
yourself.
pansy cuck artist ever. Can't even give Marcus Marcus, people have been trying to dunk on Marcus Freeman for 3 weeks now. James Franklin tried to little bro him. Now Brian Kelly's saying those are my players that you're winning with.
He's
What a
winning
joke.
though.
What a joke.
You can't really use that argument anymore. My
No.
opinion, because of transfer portal. Speaking of, I have no idea if any of these guys are any good, but App's been signing a lot of
Yeah, they
Power
got that
5 guys.
4-star quarterback from was it Arkansas?
They
No,
got a guy from
No, he's
LSU.
from
They got a guy
LSU.
from Iowa State.
Iowa State. That's what it was. Cole.
But yeah,
All right.
I just hope they have somebody on the back burner when this guy leaves in a year after he takes us to the playoffs.
Yeah. Shout out. Hopefully DJ Smith. That would be sick. We got to get DJ Smith on the show. We got to do it. We got to get TJ on the show too. Well, boys, we got nothing else. I'm pretty sure that's it. That was a good divisional episode right there. We're gonna put some. I guess the WOAT-A-MAKER's coming down to. I have no idea. Butch hasn't said anything yet, so it could be over as far as we know.
Yeah.
But anyways, here's all of our social medias, ladies and gentlemen. TikTok, I guess, is gonna. I have no idea what's going on with that, but I don't use TikTok at all except to just post stuff from our account on there. I can't tell you. I have not scrolled one time on there, so I have no idea if it's closing or not. Anyways, go follow us on Rumble and Instagram and YouTube, Twitter, where we yell at RG3 for hours on end. And the podcast will be out tomorrow, Thursday. And time is it. We're winding down. It's going to be golf season before we know it, but so we have to cherish every single one of these. Play some music, dude.
Didn't know how long
We love football.